Welcome to the Broker's Brief. This is Elijah K. Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is September 2nd, 2025, and it is an exciting day. A lot of people in the metals space have been waiting for this day for a long time. We're seeing silver break $40. This actually happened over the Labor Day weekend, but the first trading day in the U.S. here, silver touched $41. If you look at the spot ask price, and gold is trading at all-time highs around $3,530 or so, which is just really shocking to a lot of people. This really hasn't made its way into the mainstream. As a broker here with Miles Franklin, I'm seeing very stagnant demand on the retail side. So that really shows me two different things. One is the retail public has not woken up. We're not seeing a huge increase in demand or anything like that. Also, the middle class is really hurting, right? The retail public is hurting because of inflation and all of that. So I think there are two factors there to consider. But I think what's really interesting is we're seeing an increase in the spot price to all-time highs in gold and, a decade highs, 14-year highs in silver. But we're seeing really depressed retail demand. So that signals to me that we're seeing, big money go into the market, but the little guy is not moving yet. And typically in bull markets and blow off tops and all of that, you would anticipate the retail public really jumping into the market. Your next door neighbor would be talking about precious metals if we were in a bubble right now. So that signals, and I can't give any financial advice, but that signals to me that we are nowhere near a top. Silver has outperformed gold this year. So that is a good signal to me as well, because typically what we see is silver catching up to gold. And that's what we're seeing right now. And I would anticipate that to continue. I interviewed Michael Oliver the other day. He's expecting prices to rise to $60 or $70 an ounce for silver, which would not be surprising. When he first said that on the Liberty and Finance channel a couple months ago, I was very skeptical. At this point, I think it's very reasonable. If you look back in, I think 2011, it was just a few month period between the $30 mark to the $50 mark. And if you inflation adjust that, we have to get to the $60 to $70 mark to even match that high of $50. So I think that's a very reasonable forecast. A lot of people are wondering, well, why are precious metals rising at the moment? It seems to be a lot of the insiders are moving into the space. And there seems to be a loss of confidence in the dollar. The bond market in the U.S., if you look at the 30-year yield today, reaching almost 5%. The bond market in the UK and other countries really around the world, people are not wanting government debt right now. And that is a signal to me that there's a loss of confidence in the U.S. dollar and in currencies around the world. And if we look throughout history, gold and silver have time and time again reasserted themselves as real money when countries have, thrown paper at their citizens and made their citizens use paper as money instead of something of real value. And I think that's what we're seeing again today. So where do we head from here? I think based on what I'm seeing as a broker and based on the fundamentals, I think we're going much higher from here. Again, we can't give financial advice or make predictions, but that's my opinion. And also, if you look on a technical level, a lot of people have pointed out the technical formation that silver is making, that big cup and handle formation that often resolves to the upside. So that's even the technicals, the fundamentals are all kind of pointing in one direction right now. So it'll be exciting to see what happens next in the metals space. If anyone would like to subscribe to my Substack, The Broker's Brief, the link is in the description of this video. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll see you soon.